Welcome, 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 everyone, back to the weekly Vertical EMA, the place where we take you guys through the latest updates, the place where we take you guys behind the scene, and also the place where you guys can ask questions straight up to the team. And today, guys, we actually have a very fun EMA because today we have officially soft launched the Vertical Stream version 2. You heard it here first. Guys, you can now go to the vertical platform and try out the latest version of the stream, completely revamped, completely built from the ground up, based on how you guys wanted to use a single chat. Guys, go give it a try, go give it a chance, because this soft launch is really about exposing it to the public, seeing how people like it, if there's any feedback, and really, if this is, how we can even make this even better. But today we actually have a very fun way of soft launching the Stream V2 because yes, thank you, thank you. So what we're gonna do today, guys, we're gonna run you through the new platform on desktop, and to do that, we have Frizo here, our beloved COO, that is going to run you through the steps, the features, the capabilities, how you should use it from the sign up all the way until creating value from one single chat, where you are able to use models for image generation, but also for web search, for edit images, but also for generating videos based on those images, all from one single chat interface where we handle your request in an agentic way, in a smart way, where tools are available for you to leverage and to tune it exactly to how you would like to use it with which models at any time. It's an awesome product. But first of all, let's just check around, guys. Hit him, Frizo. How are you doing today?
Hit after you, my friend.
I'm doing really well, working really hard around the clock, getting ready for to launch the marketing campaign to get users on our platform. Get the paying users on our platform across all of our channels. So, yeah, we've been working around the clock. I know Mac has been working around the clock, Mark, Flizo, to get this done. So, super excited that it's finally here, and super excited to share it with you guys. Definitely.
Nice, nice. Yeah, for me too, man. We've been playing around with the tool now for a bit, and been improving it. But I think also really having a lot of fun with it. So I think also that was a bit of the message of this AMA this week is that let's just make it a fun session. We want to make it a little bit interactive. So we don't want to do these pre-cooked ideas of ours. So if you want to see us do certain things in the stream, so things that you would want to be doing, just drop us a message in the chat and we're gonna see if we can sort it live.
Yes.
Yeah, we're extremely proud, extremely happy. I think last time we spoke, we introduced you to the new credit system, which obviously is also part of the new stream launch today. So you're gonna see the basic and the premium credits in action across well the 50 various models that we're going to show you guys in a little bit. And I think all in all, I'm just super proud of our CTO that's been working around the clock, like you mentioned here, but also the rest of the guys that have been supporting this launch. And yeah, we're never standing still, so we're cooking a lot of new things as well. But for now, let's focus on this amazing product, and I would say just let's dive in, right?
Well, Frizo, show them, right? Let's dive in. Let's sign up with an account, and let's run through the whole platform by itself. And I think maybe a good way
Oh,
to kick things off is also show them the introduction video. How easy it is to create an account and how easy it is to actually set the settings in
Yeah.
your toolkit. So take it away. We're adding you to the scene.
So let's see if everybody can see this clearly. So yes, the familiar welcome screen whereby we can obviously sign up. I have already previously created an account, so it's going to be a bit easier for me to just log in with my Google, which I would encourage you all to do.
course.
Of course, we're gonna have the Google sign-in. There's my email address if you have any questions, any days.
Oh yeah, they're going to start messaging you. Hey, so we don't see the introduction video. Is that because you've already seen it?
Yeah, so I think because I've already signed up, I am going to still try and show you guys the introduction video. So when you open the stream for the first time, this is what you will see. I am not sure if you guys can also hear my screen share, so I might need to reshare 1 second to capture the audio as well for the video. Is this clear? Yeah. So let's just jump into the introduction video.
Welcome to Vertical Stream, the fastest way to create with AI in one simple chat. Once you're logged in, you can just start typing or choose a model that fits best for your task. Ask a question, describe what you want to create, or paste your ID into the chat. Vertical Stream instantly understands the context and selects the right tools to respond. Want more control? Open the tool selector and choose the model you want as the brain of your next prompt. Pick from your favorites, powerful open source models, premium frontier models, or the cheapest option. Switch anytime, your chat keeps the context and adapts instantly. Behind the scenes, Stream uses a smart routing engine to get work done. If your model can't perform a task, like generating images, editing visuals, or doing a search, Stream automatically routes the task to the right tool. Text to image to image, edits, compositions, even video from a reference, all inside one continuous chat. That's Vertical Stream. One chat, every model, any output. Start creating.
Wow.
Boom.
Start creating now. I love the introduction video. Wow.
Let's get started. And you know, in these videos, there's always not enough time to really, you know, drill down and go a little bit deeper. And that's why, Hidde, I'm sure you guys will let us know if there's any questions in the chat. But without further ado, let's just jump in the first view, of course, the landing view here, where obviously we have our familiar chat. And I think one of the things that you can see right away is that here in the bottom, we can see that I have the basic and the premium credits, and also the way basically to show my current subscription plan. Usually, of course, when you log in, there's not going to be a subscription. You will have a basic subscription, which means that every day you will receive 10 free basic credits on our bill. So feel free to use them, play around before you make a decision to maybe become a pro subscriber. In that case, you can actually click here to become a subscriber. You can just easily pay through our payment integration.
Yeah, and I think a good thing to say here, guys, is that with only €8, you can become a pro in the Vertical Stream, and this is one of the most affordable subscription plans in the whole internet to get access to this many models on this different modalities. So that's like the stepping stone is extremely low. We want to give you guys the abilities to start generating cool stuff without paying, €20 or more per month. You keep it extremely affordable. You only pay for what you use.
Exactly. And just to show you, right? So again, maybe if you haven't seen our last stream, is that how we've done it right now is that to just avoid any confusion, is that we have a bunch of models available in the chat, right? And the models that you will see in this specific dropdown are all LLMs text models, right? And the way that these are only LLMs, why that is the case, is that these LLMs can route any request to any tool that are in your toolbox here on the left. And I'm going to go a little bit deeper into that, but let's first start with how I use AI most of the time, correct? I'm just trying to gather information. And in this case, let's use a model that's fairly fast and fairly cheap, 5 nano. And the first thing I see here is there's some icons, right? So I can see this model has been newly added, but also here on the right, I see these blue little credits, which means that this specific model consumes from your basic credit wallet, right? And it has a capability of doing reasoning, correct? And all these models will have different capabilities, and they either consume basic or premium credits. And if you want to know a little bit more, you can enlarge the view and select your provider here if you're instantly looking for OpenAI or Gemini or whatever. But also there's a bit more information here, correct? So some of these models will be available in your basic subscription, but if it has a diamond here in the bottom, they will only be visible when you are a pro. This is obviously to avoid abuse. And if I want to make them show in the list in my chat, I can actually just enable it right here in the bottom. And whichever model I select here, I'm gonna find back also in the bottom of my chat here.
Yeah.
So
And I want to, just to highlight, right? So we've really looked at what people love, but also things that people found a bit difficult in the previous version of the stream. And one of the things was that, we were adding so many models that eventually the choice was too much. People didn't know anymore what they needed to choose, what the model should be, what the models are capable of. So we really give you the flexibility to explore what these models do, but tick them off or on. If you like a model and if you never use it, you can just click it away and it will not show there anymore. Removing any clutter, improving efficiency, and also making everything, customizable to how you like to work.
exactly. And maybe good to show that you see, some of these model capabilities are, building into the model. So GPT-5 reasoning obviously is a reasoning model, right? So that model will always be reasoning, whereas the other models might have that as an option. Web search in general is a tool that you can invoke on any model, and if you have selected it, this will also cost 1 credit. But in maybe just to show a very simple version of this flow, right? So what I like to do is I like to search the web and do some research, right? So let's say I now want to research because I want to design a new shoe, for example, right? So I would like to create a new type of Nike Air Jordan, custom made. I'm thinking maybe 80s Moonlander style. Like we can do something else, of course, but maybe something funny. Can you help me research an awesome shoe design and provide design briefs for a designer? So obviously, when I click send this, I'm not sure why this is now not working. Great. This the demo the demo struggles. Let me actually see if there's something wrong with my prompt there. Okay. I'm not sure why. I've
Refresh.
never had this error again.
And guys, this is exactly why we are soft launching, right? There's always, we've been rigorously testing this in staging with Q&A testers and everything, but now that it's live, we are exposing it to, more traffic, more people, you always find different kind of things. That's why this is really about soft launching. And, the moment that we've gathered a bit more feedback, next week we're going to be going full blown into our aggressive marketing campaign. But maybe Friso, you can send it over to me.
Yeah, let me actually. I think it's now. I've refreshed it a little bit, and I'm just gonna try it again. I'm sorry, guys, for. So basically, I want to just research a little bit of the market, right? So I'm trying to research good shoe designs with Gemini Lite, and I've added the reasoning tool just because I wanted to think a little bit more deeply about what I'm trying to ask. And in this case, obviously, the model in this selected right now is 2.5 Flash Lite, which is a model that consumes basic credits. So it's not a premium model, but it makes it usually a little bit faster and obviously cheaper to use. Not sure why. Maybe Mark, can you share your screen? And it might be something with my VPN.
Oh, you have your VPN on. That is not great, bro. Let me check. Send me the prompt you're trying. Hey, there he is. Pretty face, pretty face.
Heeft hij mijn scherm eruit gehaald?
Yep. Okay. Yeah. For me, it's. Yeah. For
Okay,
me.
it's working now. Sorry.
Okay. You turned off your VPN.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay, Hida, I'm sorry, my VPN was on, which is a stupid mistake. But basically, there we go, right? So I want to create a new type of Air Jordan, custom made, thinking 80s Moonlander style. And obviously, it's going to help me create a design brief of ideas that it has, right? And in this case, I would love to see, actually an image of how this design or how the AI came up with this shoe design. So in this case, I would say generate an image of this specific shoe you just designed. And of course, now I'm going to ask the text model something that it can't natively do, right? And I'm asking it to generate an image. And in order to do so, it's going to call another tool, right? And I can decide as a basic setting which tool I want it to use in case I ask to generate an image, and what type of settings does it have, right? So in this case, I can choose any basically model that we have right here. I can choose the amount of images to generate. I can also like make the aspect ratio and change it here, right? So in this case, I want a square image because it's nice on Instagram, and I'll have one image only. So I just have to select the tool, nothing else, and it will automatically recognize that it needs to generate an image, and it will route the it's been working all the time. Ja, dat heb ik de hele dag gedaan.
There he goes. Oh, you have reasoning.
So obviously we can also see the model thinking. So basically here we can see how the reasoning is working, what the model is deciding to do, and in general, it will actually acknowledge the fact that you're trying to generate an image. It will optimize the prompt in the backend, and here you already see it's called up the tool generate image from text. I've not added anything else. It's taken the text, the chat context, and converted into a good prompt for Flux 2 Pro. We have a really nice counter here that still needs to learn, but there we go. We have our first design rendered of the shoe, which is really nice. But this is obviously not where we want to stop, right? Because I would actually love to see a real person wearing this shoe, right? So I can now click use this image, and you see here that the image is now being used as a reference, right? And if I would like to see and edit this specific image and include a person, I can ask it, I would like to see this shoe being worn by a basketball player in a full stadium, right? And in this case, I'm editing an image, correct? So again, for my edit image, I also have a couple of tools available. In this case, I will again use a Flux model or Nana Banana model. Like we
Try the
can,
Nana Banana Pro.
I'll try the Nana Banana Pro. So I just select the tool once again. I can just click it away, and I would like to see the shoe being worn by basketball. Edit the reference image and generate a new image.
Yeah, so I think that's very important here, right? Is that you don't have to set those tools every time, right? You can find which model works best for you for which specific task. You select it, and it automatically routes it to that model later down the line if you've set it in the settings. And that's the beautiful thing, guys. You have all these models available. If you like one for one specific task, you can pick that one and it will always use that one. You don't have to leave the chat. You can really find what your sweet spot is of combination of different models where that model you use to generate the prompt, the image, and the video, and the blah, 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 blah. You are the boss.
Exactly. And maybe really good to check, the text box here in the top shows you a little bit more information, right? So always it reminds you what tool you had selected, what was the model that routed the request, but also how much credit it has consumed, right? So here we see it consumed one blue basic credit and one premium credit for the premium tool, which was Flux 2 Pro, and one basic for the GPT-5 Nano. This is one of our most basic models right now. And now I've asked it to edit this image, and you see it's now selected the tool Compose, right? And it means that you create an image from a reference image, and we've selected Nano Banana Edit Pro, right? So it selected the right tool. The Pro Nano Banana does take a little bit longer to render, but the generations are generally very high quality and really, really beautiful. While this loads, Mark, is there maybe a use case that you want to show on your screen? Because then we can maybe go back and forth a little bit
Sure.
while the loading happens.
So what I really love, and that was almost something that I wanted to propose during macOS doesn't support sharing system sound. What is this? I don't know. That's okay. Don't worry about it. What I really love is the fact that you can also change stuff in your specific image, right? Oh, this is you.
Yeah, so I just wanted to show it's already done.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So we came from obviously nothing. We researched the new shoe design, and then we've used that similar image in order to generate this image using Nano Banana Pro. So actually, what has happened right now, we've used three different AI models created by three different AI providers, right? Leveraging completely different tools while still being in the exact same chat, using smart keywords to generate these tool calls, right? So I will start to generate a video out of this in a similar fashion, right? I'll use this image. I'll make sure the right tool is selected. In this case, generate video from image. I can pick a tool. I can select the duration of the video. I can even go up to 20 seconds in this case. But let's make it a short video so it renders quicker. And while this happens, Mark, maybe you can share your screen, and then we can see how this came to life.
So apparently we were already seeing your screen. Is that correct? No, that's not. Yeah, okay. So let's say let's try it. So what I really like is that you can really find a picture and change one specific element in it. Let's say the color, for example, right? So I really like, um, uh, let's say, this image of us, right, where we are all standing together in Dubai celebrating. All right, we have all these white shirts on. But if we look at the stream obviously has this very specific blue color. And obviously, I've already researched which color that is, and that's this very specific hex color. So basically, I can ask this model, and if you look at my settings, I compose images with Nano Pro, I edit images with Nano Pro. That's just my favorite. I just love Nano Banana Pro. For videos, I love VO3. I love it also to generate it from an image. And so these are really my settings that I really love while using these different models. For me, a GPT 4.1 is enough, right? I don't need reasoning for these kind of things. All right, so let's see, right? I want to make the color of these shirts blue. All right, let's see how it does it. Let's turn this off because it's annoying. And you see it, right? It's going to edit the image. It's going to use the Nano Banana Edit Pro, like I've said in my vertical tools. This is what I use all the time. I sometimes switch, but I'm a big fan of this one, right? For me, the rest is just very specific niche cases where I want to switch. In general, this is the flow that I need. If I want to change the color of something, I use Nano Banana Pro. So
I can share again,
yeah.
maybe.
So while this is running, oh wait, here you can see it. Oh, you can see it. So here you can see it, right? It's the image again, but now all the shirts exactly in the color blue of the stream. So before we switch to you, Frizo, I want to say, all right, well, now generate a video based on this image where the people in the image are jumping up and celebrating because they have just launched, let's say, soft launched a new product successfully. Well, this now starts, right? Again, I've selected VO3. It's thinking, it's analyzing, and it sees this. Boom, VO3, and it's rendering the video. So while we wait, let's go back to you, Friso.
Yeah, so again, we just generated the shoe, and I was thinking I would love to create this marketing video because and brainstorm with it. So I want to get away from this sort of creative stuff again, and maybe I want to just use a text model in between, correct? And
Sure.
specifically when I need a video script, I like a little bit of a stronger AI model. So I saw you were working with GPT 4.1, probably because it's a little bit cheaper to run these tasks.
It's cheaper, it doesn't reason, it's faster for me, for these kind of tasks. I don't need a reason model. But
No.
that's for me specifically, right? Again, you can customize the stream how you would like to work.
Exactly. And so basically I've just switched, right? And what I really like about the stream is that it takes all this context that you already have in the chat, and it doesn't really matter if you switch endpoints, and you switch to a different AI model, it will take this context to the next model and still be able to help you. So I have also made like a nice video commercial script here for this Moonlander Air Jordan that we just made. And I'm just gonna ask it as well, right, to create a video. I think Mark, you were using a Video 3.1 Fast. I just want to highlight that there's a generate audio switch also in the bottom here. So we want to give you all the tools that you need to be creative, correct? And if you want to generate videos without audio or with longer durations, you can all pick it here, but you only have to do it once, correct? Unless you want to change it. So in this case, I think it's cool to have some audio. It's also in the basically script here. So let me just run this. And again, I'm using the smart keywords. I know the system picks up on these keywords, right? Create a video, that means create this video, right? And it's actually already selected here, generate video from image.
Yeah.
And that is really cool because it shows you, it understands the context of the chat. We're still working on this shoe. It's already generated the image. It's in the history of the chat. So it's gonna not generate a video from text, right? Just the text I've just provided, but it's understood the context and generates this video actually from the image, right? Which is super smart. And I don't think I've seen anything like this elsewhere, crossing Gemini and GPT in the single workflow, as simple as just using the keyword.
No, totally agree, bro. So while we wait on that one, I mean, I already got a ping that my video is already ready. So feel free here to switch the screen to me because I think we have a very cool celebration video here. So again, right, we had this image where we asked it to change the t-shirts exactly to the hex code that was of the stream, right? And then I wanted to get these guys to celebrate and jump in the air because we just launched a new product. Guys, look how happy we are. Huh?
Insane. It looks
Oh,
amazing.
yeah,
It looks
you're right.
amazing.
All right, so that's how fast it is because I already see that your video is ready. So
Exactly.
hit it. Feel free to switch again, guys. We're having fun here. This is what stream is all about, right?
Exactly. So here we go, right? So super simple workflow, and it's already done with the video and
From
audio.
the stars to the court, introducing the Moonlander. Defy gravity.
And
I love
I
it.
think, just
Where
going.
can I buy it?
No, exactly. But just looking at the amount of prompts that we've sent, right, and just the simple text, we've crossed so many models, and we've actually done something really, really cool. And of course, if I'm not happy with the shoe design, I can make these small changes. Use the image again.
Make it
You know,
yellow.
make it edit. Use an editing tool. It doesn't really matter which one. Again, it depends on cost and speed preferences. But let's use Flux 2 Pro Edit because it actually just released and say, can you actually edit this image and give it some yellow tints?
On the shoe. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean.
Oh yeah, maybe it's gonna just change so again, edit the image, Flux 2 Pro edit because it was selected and routed through GPT-5 Instant. Here's a pro tip that you only get in these type of AMAs. Task routing is something that the model itself picks up, but you must imagine that the model still generates an output to route the task, right? So
Yes.
if you want to make sure you're as efficient as possible, it's better to not use premium models for task routing, right? If you want to generate an image and you're talking to Opus 4.5, it's still going to charge you premium credit. Whereas if you would be talking with GPT 4.0, 4.1, for example, like you were doing,
Well,
it would charge you basic credit.
that's exactly why I'm doing it. It's cheap, it's fast, it doesn't reason, and it doesn't cost me a lot. Like one basic credit, guys, that's nothing. Like you get 1,500 basic credits when you sell pro account. And trust me, you are not gonna run out of those basic credits. So you can go wild a little bit, right? You can get those bigger, more smarter models. Like it's gonna be hard to run out of those. But like if you want to do quick stuff, like I usually just go for the smaller and more faster models.
Yeah, so I'm using the pro models. I think that's where we are showing a little bit of different use cases here. Pro models just take more time, but have a
Obviously.
lot higher quality. Let's switch back to you, Mark, and wait while this renders.
Yeah.
I also saw in the chat some ideas that people like to see. I see a VertAI branded rocket launching into space, or a VertAI branded car driven by the CEO, Mark. Maybe we can actually try to create some of that fun stuff.
Yeah. So let's see. I want to share.
Yeah, I think the sharing has stopped now.
Even niet even kijken. Yeah, you're still there in the background, right? Yeah. Okay. So what I really enjoy from this stream experience is that you can really save everything that gets generated in your chats. You save automatically, right? You get this asset library where everything you got is saved over there. And the beautiful thing is that you don't have to re-upload those images, right? You can use the images that get generated. You can use the videos that get generated, and like everything is saved there, right? So you don't have to have data pollution over there. Everything that gets generated, you will always find back later. It doesn't get lost in the endless chats that you're having here, and that is something that I actually really enjoy. Don't having to worry that everything that I paid for is actually lost, and that everything that I have created can actually be used in the future with an instant without looking for it or without uploading it again. So
I want to show something cool, Mark, that I think we haven't really done yet.
switching
So,
back.
basically, again, I've still got the 5.1 instance selected. I'm not sure if my screen is visible to everyone again. I've now used a web search, which I really like because you can see the sources that it pulled the data from all the way in the top. But what is really nice when you have friends also using the Vertical Studio and you guys want to collaborate a little bit is you can actually now share your chats, right? And those are dynamic chat links. So I can actually now share this conversation, generate a link, and it's going to generate a custom chat link for me that I can now share across with my friends. So Mark, I'm just going to shoot this over to you. So let me know if you can open it and then maybe share your screen. And then we can see, how this output is actually exactly the same for you as for me. And what is funny is that it is fully live, right? So if I start chatting in this chat, um, you should be able to see it as well.
I got the link.
Okay, let's switch to your screen. Yeah. Click enter.
Yeah, we're not seeing my screen.
Yeah,
You're
you
right.
go.
So just got it in from the Telegram. Hatzeflatzel, and I'm going in and I see exactly what you just shared with me.
Exactly. And it
Yeah.
should be now because I'm actually, what does it say in the bottom for you? It says you have a read only snap.
Read only snapshot 17 December 2025.
Nice.
And obviously, little promotion there, try out Vertical Stream. But yeah, this is how you share, guys. If you created something interesting, you can now just share it straight away with everyone. And
Exactly.
That is beautiful.
And they don't even have to be a pro subscriber to see the content. They can just actually enter the chat. And if you, for example, will update the chat, so you start asking more questions or generating more videos in that same chat, people can still use that link in the future and get back to the chat and actually see all these chat messages together, which I think is really interesting and cool to see as well. So that was the sharing function. Let me see if there are any.
You were still busy with the shoe, bro. I thought you were gonna give it some yellow things. Did it make it happen, or is it still?
I think there is. Let me see what it's done. Yeah, so there we go. The yellow tints in the shoes have come to life. It's almost a Christmas vibe.
I like it. I think it actually did it way better than I would do it if I would.
You think I
edit
can?
it in Photoshop or something?
I can try maybe see if I can make someone wear the shoe. If that's a funny thing to do? Maybe can anyone
Well, let's
team?
pick someone who wears a shoe. I mean, we can try maybe our CTO trying to wear a shoe.
Yeah, or we can make you wear the shoe or Hidde. Let me see if I can find an image quickly that. So I've uploaded an image of Hidde, our head of marketing here on the site. He doesn't have any legs on this image, I believe. But let's see if I can generate an image. So in this case, we're not really editing, right? This is what we call image composing.
You want to use GPT 5.1 for this?
Well, actually, it's smarter to use a cheaper model, right? So let's actually have a look. I can see GPT 4.1 mini here, uses basic credits. It's now added to my selector in the bottom. and it should be showing up here, 4.1 nano or mini, it doesn't really matter. An image of the guy in the reference image wearing the shoe that we just designed. A nice portrait, full body image. So let's see if this works as well. I'm not sure because now I forgot to check which tool I have selected for composing. Again, it's Nano Banana, so it might take a little bit longer.
That's all right.
But it doesn't really matter. We can, and it's also true, by the way, that the more people are going to use it, the better we will be able to estimate the averages that it will take to load these images. As we've just launched, obviously, it's still needing some time to collect enough data, but this is obviously a smart module as well. So while this loads, maybe we want to go into the chat and see if there's any questions so far.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, there we go. I think it's already done. So there we go.
Look at this, gentlemen.
We
Mamma mia, hit it. Wow, I wish you were coming to the office like this.
with the yellows, with the shoes, and I can obviously share this image super easily here, or I can download the image in high quality to get it on my laptop and use it for further reference. And you know, I can now do all this fun stuff with Hidde that I'm going to not do probably. I can make him, you know, wear a party hat and celebrate the launch.
I'm still here. I'm still here.
Give him a big mustache and put the text below. Vertical Stream V2 launched.
We actually have some suggestions from the community chat where Melissa wants Santa distributing VertiEye printed money to the needy on Christmas Day. We have Chris requesting a VertiEye branded car in F1 race driven by the CEO Mark. Elmer George, you know, all.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I can do the Mark Formula One car maybe example.
Yes,
Let's wait on Hidde to render. I think it should be pretty much done. But actually, we can already go to the next chat if we wanted to. And okay, so the question here is we want Mark in a Formula One car, right?
So basically, you need an image from me then.
An image of a beautiful Formula One car on the racetrack on Singapore. Make it a 90s Formula One car so that the driver is clearly visible. You know, in these old cars, they still had the guys, you know, sitting out. So maybe that works a little bit better in this case.
Nice.
So now you see the difference here again, right? It generates image from text instead of what we were just doing.
You can leave the chat, right? You can go back to the other chat and see if it's finished, right?
Yes, we can. Let's see where we did it. Yeah, there we go. Vertical V2 Stream V2 has launched. So actually, the Nano Banana Pros become much better in text editing and images, which I think is really nice to see. You know, before we would have this text would all be like half Chinese, half Russian, and now it can actually do text. But yeah, okay, the workflow has worked at least. While we render this beautiful Formula One car, we can see if we can get Mark into the driver's seat in any way.
We first need the car, and then we compose. I think Hidde just sent you the image.
Okay.
Let's wait a little bit. I think it should be finished any second. You can grab that picture.
Yeah, I've grabbed it. Yeah. Oh, what has happened now?
Put the screen back. Put the screen back.
Okay, we got. Let me see. There we go. Yeah, we've got a car. You know, we've got this guy. We can at least try. It's gonna be a hard request, but let's see if it works.
Well, just force it that I don't wear a helmet, right? I'm riding. This guy is riding in this car
without a helmet.
Without a helmet. Let's see.
Okay. I've added an image of Mark. This guy in the reference image. Generate.
Should we edit the image there, or can we just share?
compose this image and add the guy in the reference image into the driver's seat. He is not wearing any helmet. For the rest, the setting is the same. Okay, so let's see if it can now compose Mark in a Formula One car.
This is a tricky one. This is a tricky one. I
I
think
think while
currently watching, biting his nail.
while people are waiting, I think it's nice to say that again, right? Building prompts, etc., and learning how to create awesome things is really also a skill apart. And we will be sharing a lot of prompt ideas, which you could copy and paste and edit a little bit with the workflows, etc., through our channels to bring you guys onto ideas. So if you guys have like a really cool thing you want to make, but it's not working out really well, send it over to us and we'll try to build the perfect prompt for you to help you out on the way.
Yeah.
But so that again, right? AI is still a little bit about prompt engineering, but you can already start really well with.
Yeah, and I think like we have built prompt optimizers in the backend, right? So in
definitely.
anyways,
Definitely.
like when you put in a faulty prompt, like it will try to restructure the prompt a little bit, not change it, but restructure it and improve it. But in general, I actually use AI a lot to generate the prompts for me, especially when you're using different models, like video
Definitely.
models. You know, when you generate a video prompt for Nano Banana, sorry, for Sora 2, for example, versus for Veo 3, you know, actually the prompt structures they work a little bit different. So I sometimes just ask a GPT model to generate a prompt for Sora, or you can ask a Google model
Yeah.
to do it for Sora. They usually know like how to structure and engineer the prompt perfectly, right? So
Well,
I actually do it with AI a lot.
Yeah.
No, and it takes a little bit. It makes a little better the trial and error part, right? So you can the first version is already much close to what you want if you first check your prompt with one of these models. Indeed.
Exactly, yeah. So yeah, I will after this switch to a model that's a little bit faster because I think I've still got
Final touches, baby. Final touches. Almost there.
still working. Yeah, it's gonna work probably a little bit more because it's still an indication. But I really wonder what it's gonna make out of this. Let's have a look. Is this Max Verstappen?
It looks like he has the Red Bull logo on it.
Yeah, it's like an old shell. It is.
Oh, Shell, yeah. Also Dutch. Hey.
Yeah, there's some Red Bull blur in the back, I guess. It's still trying. So while this waits, yeah, is there any other ideas that we want to see? Is there any questions so far on how to use the stream?
Wow, there's just a bunch of people requesting to generate a bunch of stuff. Only thing that I would like to say, guys, if you have cool ideas that you want to create with it, I mean, go to the stream and try it out. And please, please let us know what worked and what is not working, what you'd like to add here. I mean, right, this is something we do together, right? This is a soft launch. And if you got inspired by what Friso and I just did, I mean, don't wait, right? Go to the stream V2 and get it. Bro, it seems like I have a bit of a rotten mustache over there.
It, I think, well, you
I
know,
think that
considering the task, it's pretty good.
he did it. He did what he had to do. I'm in the car. I'm driving it without a helmet. Come on. Yeah, what more did we want?
Well, new profile picture unlocked.
This will be my new Telegram profile picture.
For at least a week. That's the deal. Okay. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that everybody wants to do, and I'm gonna do the following. Let's create a little challenge of the 3 open questions that are so far, and maybe we can actually do a little community challenge. Maybe Hidde, we can do 2 or 3 workflows and see who can generate the nicest output or maybe the nicest prompts and share it in the community in return for a free pro subscription for a month. I think we can engage with Don on this to see what we can do because
Yeah,
we can't handle all the requests, but I'd love for us to see your ideas come to life. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that for now everyone had a clear image of what we try to build here for you guys. I mean, you can tune it to how you like to use it. You still have all the models available, but now just in one chat, you can set it from the get-go how you wanna, how you want your prompts to be executed by which models. And you just set it and forget it, and your workflow is going to be optimized according to how you like it anytime afterwards. So it's extremely powerful. I think that we've really managed to bake in, all the capabilities that we saw in front of us with the Stream 3.1. We baked it into one chat, super powerful. So guys, I really challenge everyone here to, bring your imagination to life, right? Make the impossible possible and share it in the community. And I think for now, we've shared enough. We've been broadcasting for 48 minutes. So,
That's a long time.
I mean, we can keep having fun with this. Obviously, we can keep showing you guys, but I don't see any questions besides requests of things that they want to let us generate live here. We're not gonna continue doing that the whole night.
We could go for a little bit longer. Like just, I am still rendering a video of you racing down the track, but
Oh yeah, okay. Let's wait for that then, right? Let's wait for
final.
that.
I thought it was like a little cherry on top,
Yeah,
but
so-
I'm not sure if it's gonna capture.
Let's see. Guys, if you have any questions, now's your final chance while we wait on this video of me driving in a Formula One race car through Singapore.
Mark Verstappen. Mark Verstappen. Let's see.
Mark
Mark
Verstappen.
Verstappen.
I hope this is what you guys were looking for.
Please share it in the community as well.
I will share this in the community, of course. I also wanted to highlight that we have added a bit more of an economical model, so cheaper model for video generation, which is called L2X2 Fast.
Works really well.
If you want nice videos like this one, actually select that video model in your toolbox here. Of course, there will be more models added in the future, and feel free to request those to us as well. If you're missing something, just reach out to us. We're always available. Yeah, guys, buy your subscription or start as a basic and start creating. Give us your feedback, share in your communities what you love about it. And we are always thankful for you guys joining in, and hope to see you next Monday, maybe.
Yeah, okay, so that is something indeed that we shouldn't forget, guys. Next week, Wednesday, is Christmas Eve, and we've decided to move the EMA to either Monday or Tuesday. We will let you know in the community, and we're gonna make this like an ultra EMA where not only us three, but also Lawrence is joining in, our CTO Mac is joining in, and we're really going to, wish you all the best, evaluate on the year, take you guys a little bit through what we see coming for vertical in 2026. I think we've shared a lot of insights in the last few EMAs, but next week, guys, there's going to be an ultra EMA, but it's not going to be on Wednesday, right? We're going to be doing it on Tuesday or on Monday. We'll let you know, so keep that in mind. For now, I think, we can round this one up, and wish everyone a great evening, a great day, wherever you are in the world. This is Frizo, Hidde, and Mark tuning out.
Peace out.